In the headlines, President Tinubu appoints Bernard Doro as Humanitarian Affairs Minister. Senate confirms chairman, commissioners for National Population Commission. Kwara government affirms commitment to retirees' welfare. And on the foreign scene, Israel returns 15 Palestinian bodies to Gaza. In business news, House of Representatives seek protection for Dangote refinery. In entertainment news, Iyabo Ojo celebrates as Priscilla, son-in-law, grandson visits Nigeria. From the exciting world of sport, Super Falcons step up preparation for WAFCON qualifiers. Good evening and many thanks for joining us for news across the world on time at 88.7 FM in Ilorin. I am Omonike Babatunde. You can listen to us via our website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download the app on Play Store for Diamond 887 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Let's go away, please.
You ugly. Everybody they post picture for social media. You too they put picture.
Hey, wait, this picking not even fine. Yeah.
See this bro guy, now your generation dey here.
You probably don't know how much your words hurt, but cyberbullying is real. Words hurt, whether it's in person from typing or behind a screen. Just a comment or unnecessary share from someone you know or from a complete stranger can hurt. Words can even end lives. Think before you type. Stop cyberbullying today.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that short break. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Dr. Bernard Mohamed Doro as the new Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction. The appointment followed the appointment of the former minister, Professor Nentawe Goshe Yewatda, as National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Presidential spokesman Bayo Nanuga, who announced this today in a statement, said the appointment is, however, subject to confirmation by the upper legislative chamber, the Senate. According to Onanuga, the president had already sent the detail of the appointee to the Senate for confirmation. Onanuga said the appointee has over 20 years of multidisciplinary experience in clinical practice, pharmaceutical management, strategic leadership, and community engagement in the UK and Nigeria. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of Dr. Aminu Yusuf as chairman of the National Population Commission (NPC), along with two other nominees as federal commissioners. The confirmation followed the presentation and consideration of the report by the Senate Committee on National Identity and National Population during plenary. Presenting the report during today's plenary, Senator Victor Ume, who chairs the committee, listed the nominees as Aminu Yusuf from Niger State as chairman, Joseph Aruna Kibu from Nasarawa State, and Tonga Betara from Yobe State as commissioner. Ume said the nominees were screened by the committee. The House thereafter the report of the committee. Kwara State government has reaffirmed its commitment to the prompt payment of pension and gratuity to retirees in the state. The Kwara State Commissioner of Finance, Dr. Mrs. Hawa Nuru, stated this today during the quarterly interministerial press briefing for Quarter 3 held today in Ilorin. She disclosed that Malam Abdurrahman Abdurrazak-led administration does not owe pensioners in the state the month pension. According to her, the backlog of gratuity to retirees is gradually being paid. She disclosed that the government has made gratitude to local government retirees till 2011 and that 2.5 billion naira has been set aside by local government council in the state to pay gratitude for 2012 and 2013.
Me, I don't really know what is between ASU and federal government. And according to ASU now, they said they've not met their demands for years back. Like all the agreement they had from years back up to now, federal government has not met the demands. So I still wonder what is going on because back then we go 2 months. I experienced 6 months ASU strike while in school. I experienced 8 months, and up to now it's still happening. So it's like, should I call it misplaced priority on the part of the government? It's because the government they are not taking education serious. They are not taking it as number one priority. So they feel there are some other sector they need to focus more on. So, and which is not right. Education should be a first paramount as an agenda of the government. If their demands are not.
The other commissioners who gave their scorecard during the press briefing included Commissioner of Transportation, Solid Minerals Development, Energy, among others. In a welcome address, the Commissioner for Communication, Mrs. Bonlale Olukoju, who is the chairperson, said the interministerial press briefing has breached the communication gap between the government and the residents of the state. The quarterly interministerial press briefing for Q3 continues tomorrow at the conference hall of the Ministry of Finance. The small-scale women farmers organization in Nigeria, SWAFON Kwara State chapter, has appealed to the government to provide mechanized farming tools, address insecurity, and support measures against climate change to improve agricultural productivity in the state. The appeal was made during an interactive meeting with the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, organized by the Center for Community Empowerment and Poverty Eradication, CCEPE, in collaboration with SWAFON to commemorate the 2025 World Food Day held on October 16 in Ilorin. Speaking at the event, the state coordinator of SWAFON, Modupe Sulaiman, urged the government to assist women farmers through the provision of adequate security, training and sensitization programs, as well as access to mechanized equipment to reduce the high cost of manual labor.
Government requires to provide essential support to women farmers to guide their full participation and security of farmers. We shall appreciate your support in the provisions of gender-friendly and small mechanical device, seed support, extension services for farmers to increase our productions and farm yield. We also need seminar and training on farm management and maintenance. This will increase our production in food production.
On its part, the Chief Executive Officer and Director of CCEPA, Malam Abdurrahman Akindele Ayuba, called for greater budgetary allocation to the agricultural sector. In his remark, the Kwara State Commissioner for Agriculture, Abolore Aziz, represented by the Director of Agricultural Engineering, Engineer Sani Ulori, assured that the government is committed to addressing the challenges facing the farmers. A concerned parent, Mr. Oyewole Oyewole, who has a student in University of Ilorin, has expressed his frustration over the recurring industrial action by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, describing its effect on his ward as negative. In an interview conducted with parents by interns from Diamond FM, Ilorin, on the 2-week warning strike by ASU, the parents who lamented that the federal government has repeatedly failed to meet ASU's demand despite several negotiations and promises.
I don't really know what is between ASU and federal government. And according to ASU now, they said they've not met their demands for years back. Like all the agreement they had from years back up to now, federal government has not met the demands. So I still wonder what is going on, because back then we go 2 months. I experienced 6 months ASU strike while in school. I experienced 8 months, and up to now it's still happening. So it's like, should I call it misplaced priority on the part of the government? It's because the government they are not taking education serious. They are not taking it as number one priority. So they feel there are some other sector they need to focus more on. So, and which is not right. Education should be a first paramount as an agenda of the government. If their demands are not being met after the warning strike, they will go on the main strike, which is indefinite. That's how it has been for months.
Meanwhile, another citizen, Tumise Balogun, gave a different perspective regarding the issue, noting that ASU is fighting for the right cause, while calling on ASU to dialogue with the federal government so students can return back to classes. He stressed that students are the ones bearing the brunt of the strike action.
Most would like to blame ASU for striking until maybe our parents are the one being denied of their rights. I think this is something we should all look at. But then ASU are striking. They are fighting for the right cause. This is an agreement that the government should have, actually done, but they have not done it. It's an agreement, so they should be able to come through. I think they are fighting for the right cause. Yes. Yeah, but of course, students are the one bearing the grunt. Yeah, I think they should, just settle it so that as much as possible, students will be able to return back as soon as they can.
A magistrate court sitting in Kuje FCT Abuja has remanded the brother of Nnamdi Kanu, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, and his lawyer Aloy Ejimako in Kuje prison. The remand followed their participation in the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protest on Monday in Abuja. Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother, Kanuta Kanu, disclosed these in a post on X shortly after the court session. The Nigerian police arraigned Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer Aloy Ejimako and his brother Prince Emmanuel Kanu and 10 others following the protest in Abuja. The police charged them for inciting disturbance and breach of public peace in disobedience to the court order. For news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM. Ilorin will go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign and sport news. Don't go away, please.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that break. You're still listening to news across the world reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM in Ilorin. Now we'll move on to the foreign stories. A Red Cross said it facilitated on Tuesday the transfer of 15 Palestinian bodies from Israel to Gaza as part of a U.S. brokered ceasefire deal, taking the total handed over to 165. Under the Gaza ceasefire deal, Israel was to turn over the bodies of 15 Palestinians for every deceased Israeli returned. Israel confirmed that Hamas handed over the body of the 13th hostage on Monday. Local health authorities in Gaza have also confirmed it has received 15 deceased today. Still on the foreign scene, at least 14 people were killed and 29 injured in a train crash in eastern Ethiopia. The incident occurred at around 2 a.m. as the passenger train was traveling the 200 kilometers from Douele town near Djibouti border to Derdawa. Train accidents are relatively rare in Ethiopia, Africa's second most populous country, with some 130 million inhabitants. In 1985, more than 400 were killed and 500 injured after a train traveling from Djibouti to Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa fell into a ravine. That ends foreign news. Up next is our business news.
Diamond FM Business News.
The House of Representatives has passed a resolution to safeguard strategic private investment in Nigeria from future industrial action following the recent strike action by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASAN, over its dispute with the Dangote refinery. The resolution was adopted after a motion jointly sponsored by Honorable Ado Doguwa and Honorable Abdul Samad Dasuki, who presented on the floor on the House. In the motion, the lawmakers emphasized that the Dangote refinery is located within a free trade zone, and as such, the strike action allegedly violated provisions of the Nigerian Export Processing Zone Authority Act. The Act stipulates a 10-year no-strike rule for investment operating within FTZs. The House expressed concern that the recent industrial action may breach the NEPZA Act, and one of the potential consequences such as disruption could have on the investors' confidence and the country's economic outlook. The House expressed concern that the recent industrial action may have breached the NEPZA Act and one of the potential consequences. That ends our business news. Up next is our entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment news today, Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo hosted a grand homecoming celebration in Lagos to welcome her daughter Priscilla Ojo, her husband Tanzanian singer Juma Jukes, and their newborn son Rakim back to Nigeria. The family's arrival was met with traditional drummers, singers and dancers who filled the air with music and excitement. The family's return followed an elaborate 40-day celebration and naming ceremony for baby Rakim earlier this month in Tanzania. Priscilla also took to Instagram story to share snippets from their journey from Tanzania to Nigeria, expressing gratitude to her mother and godmother. That ain't entertainment news, and up next is
Diamond FM Sports News.
From the exciting world of sport today, the Nigeria Super Falcons have continued preparation for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations WAFCON qualifier against Benin Republic in Lomé, Togo. 11 players are currently in the team's camp base. 9 players, including Asisat Oshoala, Folashade Jamilusi, Taiwo Afolabi, and Miracle Sani, took part in the first training session. Other players in attendance are Joy Omewa, Andeline Ngbechi, Blessing Iliveda, and Kafayat Mafishere. They were later joined by Chiamaka Nadoze and Christy Uchebe. Benin Republic will host the first leg at the Stade de Kug Lomé on Friday. The reverse fixture is slated for the Moshood Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta next week, Tuesday. Still from the exciting world of sport, the Super Eagles will open camp for the 2026 FIFA World Cup playoff on Sunday, November 9. These will be 5 days before they open their playoff campaign against the Panther of Gabon. Head coach Eric Chala is expected to release his squad for the game by the end of the month. Cameroon will face Gabon in the other semi-final. The overall winners will advance to the Intercontinental Playoff in March in Mexico. And that's it from the exciting world of sports. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlights. President Tinubu appoints Bernard Doro as Humanitarian Affairs Minister. Senate confirms chairman, commissioners for National Population Commission. Kwara government affirms commitment to retirees' welfare. And on the foreign scene, Israel returns 15 Palestinian bodies to Gaza. In business news, House of Representatives seek protection for Dangote Refinery. In entertainment news, Yabujo celebrates as Priscilla, son-in-law, grandson visits Nigeria. And from the exciting world of sports, Super Falcons step up preparation for WAFCON qualifiers. For today in history, did you know that on this day in 1948, the United Nations rejected Russian proposal to destroy atomic weapons? Now you know. For information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. One more time, 091 6062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi, and my name is Omonike Babatunde. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
For up-to-date news reported across the globe, be rest assured you're on the right radio dial.